Hello and welcome today to Conny Decorates. And yes, Mom the boy. Exactly. And here we have an autumn themed cake with homemade flowers. And if you want to know how it works, stay tuned because we're going to show you now. And here are the things we'll need today. Here we have the base. Here I have two wooden discs, one small and one a bit larger. Then here I have from our garden, these are grapevine leaves. They're actually falling off right now, but I picked them off myself. And it's always important that the leaves aren't dried out. That way, they're just perfect. Flexible. We also have lots and lots of leaves from the maple tree. Those are also wonderful to use today or rather for today's decoration, but this will be enough for today. Then I have a hot glue gun. And just to be safe, I brought a few toothpicks with me. In any case, I need Oasis Fix and the pin holders for it. On the other side, I have floral foam again, a string of lights. This is a 100 LED street ring light, which is always very, very beautiful. They've just arrived here at Hof Olkas as well. They have these cute little LED bears. Then I have here the last rose hips I picked. I still have a few pine cones and a bit of moss. First of all, we'll start by cutting the floral foam to size. And I just place it here on the little disc because I want it to be like a sandwich here. And I just check the height. And I think the height is perfect. So now I take this pin holder. We'll secure it here again with Oasis Fix. Cut off a piece, stick it on, pin holder on top. Then you take the floral foam, stick the moss in the center or wherever you like it best. And actually, I think I'll move it a little further back after all. And here too, I'm going to use a pin holder now. There's a hole here in the middle, so I'll place it a bit to the side. Then I put the pin holder on here and stick it into the floral foam as well. And now I know I have a bit more space here. I'm not placing it exactly in the center. And I think that's good like this. Now that we've got that done, I'll cut off another piece from the remaining Oasis foam. And I also want to secure this piece up here. And here again, I'm going to use a pin holder. I'll place it pretty much in the center and stick it on. Now my sandwich is really finished. And now I'm taking a small leaf like this and I'm going to fold it here. I'd say about halfway. And now I'm just twisting the leaf around itself, all the way around. Very carefully. And then we continue. Then I take a slightly larger leaf and fold it in the middle again, see? So that the stem is pretty much in the center. Now place the other one inside. And what I want to do now is I just fold it in a little bit like this. I'm not going all the way around this time. You could do that. But I just fold it like this so that it looks a bit more natural in terms of the bud, but you just have to go with your feeling and see what you like best. So that's how I discovered it for myself. Well, not really discovered, but I just find it really cute because it gives the rose this natural look. And now I place the petal here again. And I twist it in like this. And now you can already start to see the bud taking shape. Now I'll take a bigger petal and do it again. We carefully twist it so that the stem is perfectly centered. And then we place it here again precisely. Wrap it around here once. And I think that's already looking really nice. You can take the petals and place them here as a finishing touch. And then you can take the floral wire, place it at the bottom here, and just wrap it around a few times to secure everything a bit. Then I cut off the excess and set it aside. Actually, I want to have a few of these now because I think they're really, really beautiful. Look, they also add great height when you can just secure them here like this. And up here, I'm going to add a few blossoms now. And I think you can make a small bouquet up here, but yes, that means I'll prepare a few more and make another blossom. I'll fold the leaf again. We just twist this here. Then I take the second leaf. We fold this again, place it on, fold it a bit on the other side as well. And I think I'll take one more. That means you can make the blossoms bigger or more open, so just play around with it a bit. You can also twist it completely straight. Of course you can do that too, but now you can also adjust the position a little. But I think this works, so now we'll make a wrapping wire together at the bottom again. That's also a beautiful blossom. Or also here with these yellowish ones and then green, and then it goes back to a lighter shade. I always find that very, very beautiful. And look, see, when you put them together like this, and of course you can also arrange them like a bouquet later. With the leaves, I think it's a great combination. And now you can make yourself a really lovely little bouquet. Just craft it together. Now I'm taking a bigger leaf here, and then I also have a smaller one. I place that here. Then I'll take another blossom, add that as well, and then take another leaf. Now I'm trying to get a nice light one here, something that also, yes, exactly, because I'd like to put it up here. So if we do it like this, it's of course ideal if we have the area down here with the leaf, and then later go up in the back a really lovely little bouquet, or even a bouquet of roses. Or yes, you could bring something like that, a bouquet of green roses. And everything I've arranged here, just take a look. Now I'll carefully take the binding wire and just secure it down here in the usual way. I'll just cut off the stem, and now I have the little bouquet, and I think I'll just carefully put it on here like this, in this particular manner, and then I'll take another piece of sandpaper right here, a fresh one, to continue the work. Just stick it in down here, and then you can easily insert it into the floral foam. For the other little bouquets, I'll just cut off the little branches at the bottom as well. And for each one, I'll use a toothpick as well. Just see how you want to secure it. I'll just go in here again like this. And then you can actually place this a bit higher in the floral foam. Look, I'll turn it around. Right? And now we can get started. Now we've used up all the flowers, and now we can start really working it out nicely. And what do we have? We don't have much, and that's all we need. As always, especially at this time of year, we have moss. And I'm going to put that here on the floral foam. I even still have some floral pins left over from the last decoration. That's actually perfect, because then I can even pin it right onto the floral foam so that you can't see it anymore. The rest can simply be placed nicely on the front here. First, I need to squat down a bit here so I can see what I'm doing, just to fill in the gaps. And now you can really just take a look yourself. Yeah, it's not much. Floral pins are perfect for this. If you don't have them, just use some floral wire, bend it into a U shape, and you can pin things down perfectly with that. I'll show you again up here. Just lay it on a little bit, and there you go. Pin it in place, and then it's perfect. Look, isn't that really nice? And if we add the pine cones here too, I think that's just great. I really like it. This is the first time I've made these flowers, and I'll definitely be making them more often. For us, they also make a great table decoration. For decoration, and now I'm just going to see how we can simply glue the pine cones on here. I've got the hot glue gun ready, and I think I'll make a little trio up here. Look, that looks really nice. You can also poke them in and stick them there. That's obviously ideal. But what I'm doing now is using the hot glue and just attaching them here. You can also glue them on at a bit of an angle. Now we've got all the pine cones in, so if that isn't really autumnal, I don't know what is, right? Yeah, Michael really wants to have it on our living room table. And here come our rose hips. I've actually left the stem on as well. And now I'm just going to stick it right into the floral foam here. And that's perfect. It would be even better if we could just lay this over the top here one more time. And I think now we'll use some wire for that. I placed and glued the pine cone, and look, it almost holds perfectly. I think I'll just press this down a bit more here. So it's a bit more center, super easy. Just tucked it right under the pine cone. We didn't need to glue anything, no staples, nothing. And this beautiful string of lights we have, I'd really love to, let's just see here with the foliage. I always think it's so lovely when it's highlighted like this. And I'm going to fix it a bit to the branch here as well. It's really cool with the wire. And now I'll just tuck it under here again. Under our blossoms, I've wrapped it around once, brought it up here, set the battery pack to timer, and just placed it behind the moss. That means you can't see it at all now. And you can nicely spread out the little individual lights here, just the way you like it. Also under the foliage again. And then I think once we are done with that, we're finished here. And that's it, Kruki, Zuki, and just something completely different for a change. Or, well, now we turn on the timer. And that's it. Of course, it lasts longer outside, but we think maybe we'll just put it on the table in the living room, and then it can dry out beautifully. And of course, we really hope that we were able to inspire you today, because then we would be very happy about a thumbs up. And if you haven't subscribed to us yet, just leave us a free subscription. And on Facebook, Instagram, and exactly, just follow. So, dear ones, stay healthy. We hug you, your Conny, and exactly, see you then.
I've kept my heart inside a box, threw away the key. You found your way under